Hey guys, lighting is not the greatest. I'm in my bedroom. I'm trying to lay down and go to sleep. This makes the second time today. I tried at 2:30 this afternoon. Sleep didn't happen. I did a little more work. Now it's about 5 o'clock. I'm trying it again. Why am I trying to sleep in the middle of the day? Because we are pulling out on an adventure tonight. Well, shall I say Sunday morning at 1 a.m. And we are heading to Buc-ee's. So here it is, 1:30 a.m. We are fixing to load up and take off. I have my Buc-ee's shirt on for the occasion. But honestly, do you think we would be getting up at 1:30 a.m. in the morning? I never did get to sleep. I tried several times throughout the afternoon. Couldn't get to sleep. But we are really not just driving the 6.5 hours to Buc-ee's. There's a higher purpose. We are going 13.5 to 14 hours today to pick up our daughter Beth, who is moving to Florida. So we made it to the Love's travel stop. We are still about 2 hours away from Buc-ee's. We've been traveling since 1:30. We did change time zones, so we gained an hour. And it is, I think it's a little after 6 a.m. Still moving on.
In a half mile, take exit 49 for Baldwin Beach Express toward Gulf Shores, Orange Beach.
And as always,
Turn
everybody
right, then turn left.
has to come to Buc-ee's. Well, we look a little rough from being up all night. Well, in fact, Jerry, he went to work at 2:30 in the afternoon yesterday, got off at 12 midnight
12:30.
or 12:30 a.m. and we hit the road at 1:30 and have been traveling until now, and the time is almost 9 a.m. I've done a little bit of sleeping, a little bit of driving. We've switched off. We are at Buc-ee's, but Buc-ee's is not our final destination today. We are heading on another 8 to 9 hours, no, 6 hours, 7 hours, I don't know, to meet our daughter at her grandparents' to move her here. So we just got out of the madhouse of buc-ee's. I didn't even attempt to film it. This was the craziest buc-ee's I have been to in a long time as far as crowds. The ladies' line had a bathroom and a bathroom attendant helping everyone get to the open stalls. It was chaos. I did get a sweet tea. We both got, what do you have there? A brisket taco egg sandwich.
Really good.
Jerry says it's really good. Then we have some meat and cheese. And as you know, I'm a fan of buc-ee's t-shirts, so I got a new buc-ee's t-shirt. McAllister's. I needed some refreshment, some good old southern tea, and a sandwich. Jerry's in there waiting for the sandwich. But we have made it to just outside Jackson, Mississippi. The time is now 1:25, and it has been 12 hours since we left. And we have 4 more hours to go, I believe, is what the GPS is saying. So next stop is going to be, well, hopefully we won't have to stop anymore, but next state, Louisiana, and then on into Arkansas. It's been a long day. Well, Jerry, we are in Louisiana, and you haven't said one thing on this trip. You've been up since, you've been up since getting up yesterday morning, and then you went to work. Then you came home from work, and we left immediately at 1:30, and we've been on the road ever since. How do you feel?
I feel anything right now.
You need me to take over driving? You got it.
Yeah, I got it. I'm alright. I've just been watching. We're on Highway 15. Louisiana Highway 15. And we're headed to the Arkansas line. We're close to it. 4-lane is nice, and that you can set your cruise and you can go. But this has been kind of nice, just kind of
Get off the highway and see the back roads and go through a little town. We just went through a little town back there that
they had adults with their small kids with signs, and they were raising money for their pee-wee baseball teams.
they were standing at the intersection
You
we
would
was
have
stopped
never
at.
seen that where we were at.
Now you would have seen that
Well, you
where
would
we
have
came
seen-
from. But for us to live in the big city of Orlando area now, that was a welcome sight. And on another note, if you're ever at Buc-ee's, you need to try their chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, those were pretty good.
They're really soft and fresh. I even indulged in one. I've been taking a nap and just woke up, but anyway, we are still making our way. It says here that we have an hour and 43 minutes, 98 miles to go on this long journey that started at 1:30 this morning. And the sad thing is, we got to turn around tomorrow and make the trip back.
Yep, there you are.
Welcome to Arkansas.
So we are hitting our first rain of the trip. We were just calculating how many hours we've been on the road, and we said 15 so far. So it's been 15 hours so far, and we have an hour and 22 minutes left.
Attitude looks to the past, love to the present. Fear, avarice, lust, and ambition look anxiously to the future.
So we are pulling into my husband's hometown. I can tell you it is a vast difference when compared to Orlando, where we live now. This town used to be a big, what was it? Pine tree logging town.
Still is a logging town.
When the main highway was the main highway that was running through before they built the 4-lane. Kind of like what happens on Route 66 when the interstate came through and cut off the little towns. They just
In
start
1,000 feet, you will arrive at your destination.
they just start dying. That used to be an old Sonic. And this is downtown Gurdon, Arkansas. One day we may have to go see the Gurdon Light.
You have arrived.
Supposedly, the story goes that the old depot there's a train coming too.
I got a switching yard here, still here.
Anyway, tell us the story about the Gurdon Light.
Well, the story goes that there was a murder out on the railroad track, and the guy got his head cut off by the train when, I don't remember exactly how the story goes. Actually, I've forgotten about it. Maybe you can get Daddy to tell you.
Anyway, it made Ripley's Believe It or Not. They said it was a train conductor who carried the old-time train lamps that were lit.
Yes.
Was murdered. And his head was severed. And so the story of the Gurdon Light, outside of town, there's a section of railroad tracks that people walk out on of a night. It's a good little distance.
And you can see the light.
I haven't been. He has been.
I have never seen it personally, but several of my classmates said.
Well, you've been out there.
But I've been out there, yes.
But supposedly there is a greenish glowing light that you will see hovering over the railroad tracks, which is supposed to be this train conductor carrying his lamp.
And there's actually news footage that may be on YouTube that you can add a link to.
Well, or you can search the Gurdon Light, and you may even be able to watch the previous episodes, a rerun of Ripley's Believe It or Not when they were here. But I guess that's their claim to fame, is the famous Gurdon Light. All right, that's going to conclude this segment of the trip. Tomorrow we will pack up this rental. I know it looks like it has a lot of stuff in it now, but tomorrow it's going to have a lot more as we take this rental and my daughter's car full of stuff, and we make our way back to Florida.
There's my home church.
And this is Jerry's home church. He's preached in this church. Anyway, this concludes this segment of the trip. It's been a long day, 16 hours for us in a vehicle, and we are going to wrap it up here. See you tomorrow. And there's the babies.
A baby that's going to have a baby.
The baby on the left is the one moving to Florida. The baby on the right is going to have a baby in January. So we have it loaded, and it is loaded to the max. I'm waiting to see our Penny girl, the little corgi we bought Beth. I haven't seen her since we moved here not here, but since we moved to Florida in January. Hi, dear, my Penny girl. There's my Penny Pooh. There's my Penny Pooh. There's my Penny Pooh. There's my Penny Pooh. Oh, I missed you, Penny. I missed you, Penny.
Let it be known that you have never reacted that way when you saw my cat.
I miss my Penny girl. Don't jump on.
Don't jump.
Well, she just can't hardly help it.
Right now it's just too much excitement.
Oh, don't get her out. The gate's open.
I'll go shut it temporarily.
We were just going to let her go free and run and play, but there's mushrooms in the yard. Around here, too.
I love you, Penny Pooh.
Just have a
I love you, Penny Pooh.
and be like, that's not healthy.
I love you, Penny Pooh.
Try if you want to catch her to try to get her not to eat a mushroom.
Are you ready to move to Florida?